According to a 2017 Purdue Emergency Services report, there has been around 100 accidents between pedestrians and bikers, which has required severe medical care between 2014 and 2017. However, according to the Purdue exponent, it is likely that this number is significantly higher as a vast number of these accidents go unreported. Purdue needs a solution. They need to minimize the number of crashes and near misses between pedestrians, cyclists, and drivers because there are a significant number of crashes that happen on the campus.
This problem is very important to solve because there are many who can potentially benefit if a solution is put in place. For example, bikers and pedestrians will benefit from the increased safety on campus, and increased safety levels might encourage students to switch to alternate forms of transport and free up the congested roads. This is an indirect social impact, but certainly a bonus. Additionally, electric scooter companies will indirectly benefit from the safety, as they'll likely save money from the lower crash rate and will not need to be held liable for more accidents by their users. Finally, the university will benefit, as the EMS individuals can save resources for situations where help is actually needed the most.
We developed some criteria for our solutions to meet. The solution must be affordable by Purdue, since the frozen tuition caused the university to run on thin margins. Additionally, the solution should pose no unintended threats to the users. This includes cuts on the sharp edges, and much more. The solution must also be reliable and must work repeatedly for extended period of time, with as little maintenance required as possible under the Midwest weather.
To solve the problem, we came up with 3 solutions. Number 1, adding a new bike lane around the engineering fountain. The bike engineering fountain area is highly contested and bikers must often weave through pedestrians, creating unsafe conditions. This solution involves a bike path being painted through the area. This would likely do wonders for safety there.
Number 2, adding LED strips and sensors next to the bike lane to alarm pedestrians. In the engineering mall, students are reported to collide with bikers when they cross the lanes without paying attention. Therefore, we devised a solution which will notify the pedestrians if there is a bike approaching before they cross. Essentially, a sensor detects if a bike is approaching through the use of a tripwire and flashes a bright LED strip red, alerting any passerby of an oncoming bike. The solution is effective, and students agreed that it would complement the engineering mall aesthetics according to a survey.
The third solution is adding a smoke barrier at intersections to prevent jaywalking. Based off of a system used in China, our third solution is a so-called pedestrian steamer that detects when someone is about to jaywalk and releases steam to keep them off the road. While the information is limited, the local government claims it is successful and therefore is a good idea for this project.
In order to come up with our ideas, we brainstormed over 50 ideas rapid fire and narrowed it down to these 3 solutions. We made models for all 3 solutions, either through CAD or Google Map images. We also made physical models for solution 2, and we put a lot of engineering hours into this idea, using iterative design to make it better.
We include the most important functions and criteria in our weighted design matrix as shown here. And based on our design matrix, we identified the second solution as the best among them all, as it is cheap, taking less than 0.01% of Purdue's capital budget, safe, as it poses no direct threat to the users and works to lower accidents, reliable, as the tripping system worked 100% of the time in our trials, and aesthetically pleasing, with an overwhelming majority believing it wouldn't affect the look of the engineering mall drastically.
We believe the final solution is very valuable and is truly a good solution. This is because it is likely the most effective solution to prevent accidents, as it increases awareness of both parties. It is also cheap and would take less than 0.01% of Purdue's budget and fit into the modern look of the engineering mall. Students we talk to say the bright lights are sure to catch their attention.
At the end of the day, we had to make a few assumptions, especially when it came to cost. When pricing our solutions, Purdue's official infrastructure budget was just not available, so we used the proposed total capital budget for the whole school year instead. For Solution 3, our source told us that the price for the whole system was around $250,000 for the whole system. Solution 3 is by far the most expensive according to this number. Additionally, we had to assume that the data received from the surveys are actually educated answers from the students and will represent their real opinions.